That hummingbird was literally like right by my head. That was fun. Obviously, look at me. I'm not really prepared to do a video, but I'm just out here looking at my squash. And I'm excited and disappointed all at the same time because something is eating my squash and I don't know what is getting to it. Everything else looks good. The leaves look good. But I think it might be ants because I don't know if you see, but there's an ant down there. And I think, oh yeah, there's two. Oh, there's a few. Ah, there's a whole bunch of ants. So there's ants getting to my squashes. And I don't know what to do about that. They're black ants. Yeah, see, look. Look at this. What in the heck is that thing? Look at that. Look at this. What in the world is that thing? Holy guacamole. Anyways, yeah, there's ants. Quite a few of them in my squash here. So I'm going to try to just kind of, you know, kill them with my fingers. I just smush them. I am not afraid of ants. I've been killing ants with my fingers for years. Living in Florida, you know, red ants are miserable, so you just do what you got to do. You kill them as quick as you possibly can if they're on you. So anyways, I've gotten really used to killing red ants with my fingers, so black ants don't scare me at all. They're like little sugar ants. And one of the reasons why we have such an abundance of sugar ants, really, in all honesty, is because of this. Because of the sugar water. It brings the ants. And even though we're feeding the hummingbirds and stuff like that, it's bringing ants. And then they come after my beautiful little zucchini. Look at that. I'm still going to eat it. If it gets big enough, I will eat it. But yeah, so got that. And then if you can see, there's an itty bitty little squash growing right there. Isn't that the cutest little squash you've ever seen? My lavender's doing amazing and it smells so wonderful. Got some basil, another type of basil here and here. Something did break the pepper plant here, but it's still green. It's doing okay. So as long as it's still green, then we won't really mess with it too much. But all of these are doing really well. Oh, it looks like something was nibbling on this. These are all pepper plants. More cilantro. This little guy's having a little hard time, but it's okay. With these tomatoes, whenever I see a little sucker plant, I'm just going and pulling it out because, oh look, it's trying to grow fruit already. But I don't know, I guess I can let one grow some fruit and we'll see what happens. But everything is doing so good. I'm so happy. I'm surprised that they're doing as good as they are, to be honest with you. Just because they're still in pots and I haven't put them in the ground yet. Here we go. Here's some exciting stuff over here. Look at this. We're going to be getting some cucumbers soon. Lots of cucumbers. Let's see if there's any green beans yet. I know I see a lot of little flowers. We're going to be getting some green beans very soon. They're going to be here before we know it. Probably within the next, I don't know, 2 days. We'll start seeing some green beans. See if we see any baby cucumbers. I think, there we go. There's a baby cucumber. I love the flowers though, they're so pretty. That's one thing that's so cool about growing your own, you know, vegetables and stuff. All vegetables will, don't mind my little flyaways, you guys. All vegetables flower first. So you get to enjoy, you know, the garden of your vegetables, but before they actually go to fruit, you see these beautiful flowers. And that's one thing that I absolutely love about the garden, is you get like a double satisfactory from it, because you get the best of both worlds. And it's fun and exciting. And then look at these zinnias over here. Look at them. These were all volunteer zinnias from last year. And then these flowers down here, it's a flower that I planted last year and they came back. So they're so pretty. They're kind of everywhere. I mean, look at them. Look how pretty they are. And then these over here look like little butterflies. Like if I can... You see how it kind of looks like a butterfly? I don't see anything on these yet. Oh, this one's got a flower on it, so it's going to start producing some fruit. Oh, look. Let's see. You see this round ball right here? It's starting to produce something. By the looks of it, I'm going to say that that's a butternut squash. Not 100% sure, but it could be. And then these are starting to flower also. So that's super exciting. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love this time of the year. Even though this garden is not a garden that I'm going to be enjoying, I love that I get to plant a garden for a new young couple. Anyways, I was told they're young. I don't know how old they are. Maybe they're older than me. I have no idea. But either way, it's exciting to know that I get to plant a garden for somebody else, you know, and they'll be able to enjoy this. And this is kind of dirty. I don't like how close this is to the ground. Oh gosh, this is so sharp. But something's going on there. We'll see. We shall see. I'm probably going to cut this leaf off. You see how it's getting like spotty, and you know, I'm just going to snip that one off. Get rid of it. Whenever you see leaves that just don't look healthy, get rid of them. The plant will still thrive and still do its thing. And it will actually do better once you get rid of the sick leaves. So that's what I'm going to do. I think it's just from the water bouncing up on the leaves. Here's another thing that's kind of exciting. This right here, last year on this trellis, I had some jasmine, not evening jasmine or anything like that, but it was just a vining jasmine. And I could have sworn that this thing was done. I mean, I just didn't think it was going to come back. But look, we've got a little sprout here, right here. It's greening up right here. So that one's coming back. And then I was like, well, let me check on this side, because this side was worse than the other side. And look, this one's starting to come back too. I know there's a lot of weeds over here, you guys, so don't pick on me for the weeds. I don't really take care of this area that much because I'm trying to focus on the garden more than this. But the new couple is also going to be able to enjoy this beautiful jasmine that's going to come back, and then that jasmine is going to go over this trellis here. And this trellis is a good height. It's, oh gosh, I can't even touch the top of it. So it's probably at least a good 6, I don't know. It's definitely over 6 feet. It's going to get these beautiful white flowers on it. Y'all, I'm still trying to pack up my house, and now that we've got a setback on the closing date, I've kind of been like relaxing a little bit with the packing, because the majority of the stuff that I still have to pack is like clothes, the bathroom items that we're using right now, because we can't pack that up yet, and kitchen stuff. I want to keep all of my kitchen things together, like my pots and pans, because I hate it when I go to packing up all of my stuff, and then when I do want to use something, I'm like, well, where's that box? Where's, you know? So I like to try to keep everything together. I do label all my boxes, and we've actually been doing, here, I'll show you a little bit of the mess since I'm kind of getting into this with you guys, just to show you a little bit about what we're doing to try to get everything in order. This is an iris that my kids got me for Mother's Day a few years ago. So I kind of dug this out because this is the only thing that's really sentimental to me, that hasn't really grown a ton, but I wasn't going to leave it behind. These irises, when they bloom, have a beautiful, like a peach color with like a blush on the outside. I don't know the name of them, but they're very pretty. This right here looks like some of it's dying back a little bit, which is fine. I just need to cut this off, really. But this is fennel, and we absolutely love to eat fennel. So I like that it's actually growing. Look, you see this sprout right here? It's growing. Fennel tea is amazing. It is so good. This back here is 2 different rose bushes that I just kind of snagged. This, of course, is lemon balm, and it grows like crazy. So those I'm taking. Also, don't mind the mess over here. Sorry, guys. But this is an iris. Another iris right here. So these are 2 different colored irises. One is yellow, and then this one is the 2-toned purple. So those I'm taking with me to the new house also. And of course I've got all of my, you know, it's so hard. It's like there's so many things that I would love to leave behind, but then when you think about the cost, everything is so expensive. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm a wreck. Yeah, everything's just so expensive. The like starter, planter starter stuff, it's just gotten expensive. Pots, you know, like these just pots, they're expensive. And, you know, we're going to be spending so much money on getting the new house just in a livable state that I really don't want to think about spending more money on stuff that I've already had that I've just left behind. I don't really want to do that. There are things that I am leaving behind. I can't just leave them, all my stuff. Sorry, I know it's dark in here. The garden shed has had a little rodent having some fun in our food. See, like these pots here, I'm leaving this stuff. I'm not taking that. So before we go, we're gonna, you know, make sure everything in here is tidied up. But all of this mess down here is like, you can see they're sunflower seeds, and they've gotten into our oats. But something, this has been like this for a little while though. So whatever it is that's gotten in here, it's not going in the beets. Yeah, it's not in the beets or the alfalfa pellets, but it got into our corn that was in here. But we've been trying to use up all of the food that we have left. So we have 1 bag left of the alfalfa and oat pellets, which I absolutely love these. This is by Tucker Milling. This is just a really good, it says horse feed, but we give these to the goats and also to the pigs. They love it. Like $14 a bag. And if you separate the cost of how much it costs to buy oats and then how much it costs to buy the alfalfa pellets, the oats are like $24 a bag, and the alfalfa pellets, whew, those have gotten very expensive also. So Tucker Milling makes this alfalfa oat pellet, and I think it's like a 16% protein or 14% protein. So it's not like super high in protein, but it's perfect for the goats, perfect for the pigs. And like I said, they love it. And we mix that. Right now we're mixing it with sunflower seeds. I had some pumpkin seeds that I've mixed in there, and they get a little bit of the cracked corn also. Not too much of the cracked corn, but they do get a little bit of the cracked corn. So, yeah, they're loving that combination. I switch up their food all the time. It's kind of nice to just mix things up for them anyway. So that's what we try to do. I plan on leaving this for them. It's not much, but it's a couple of little starter things. This is a good thing to actually start some plants in also. It's biodegradable. And I like to use these little plastic cups as starter cups as well. And this whole backboard thing is staying. I'm leaving these, which is, it's kind of cool. It's a neat little thing to maybe put some seeds in or whatever they want. And I'm leaving these little, you know, tins. If you notice, it looks like this side of the building has been burnt. Well, you're right. It was actually in a fire before we purchased the house. Something happened in here. We don't really know the full story of it, but they replaced this side and they left this side here, probably because it just wasn't really in bad condition. So they figured that they would just leave it. And honestly, this could be easily painted. You know, throw down some really good primer and then paint it whatever color you want. And this would be a really cute little shed. A she shed, he shed, whatever shed. The windows do need to be replaced in here. This one's okay. That one over there is cracked. And this one over here has some cracking in it. But a neighbor of ours gave us these really cool old windows that he had. And we had planned on one day putting in those windows in here to make this a really nice, you know, like a little greenhouse. And we were actually going to put some of the clear corrugated roof on the top. But we've only been here for like 3.5 years, so we just haven't really had time to do that. But 3.5 years? No, 3 years. We've been in this house for 3 years. Yeah. So anyways, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We've been in Alabama for almost 5 years. Come on, you. What are you doing? So not much left to clean up in here. Thank goodness, because all the stuff that we have needed to do, it gets a little overwhelming. Wait, sorry, I have hair on my arm that's tickling me. All of this stuff over here is staying except for we are taking this fence here and this fence here. Possibly that fence over there. This looks like there's still quite a bit of fencing on that, so we'll probably take that, this, and then this, and then the rest is staying. My husband's been going through his fishing poles. But this is his space over here. We are leaving all of the wood. I believe we're leaving the shelving stuff. Anything that has to do with shelving. We are taking the table. But any, like, all of that kind of stuff, it's all staying. He's actually been doing a pretty good job in here. This is kind of sad to me. Looks like we're leaving my daughter's queen size bed frame. It's sad to me because it wasn't cheap. And I've had it for a long time. And it's a really nice headboard. I don't know. Can you guys see? It's like a coastal, you know, like a ocean coastal kind of headboard. So it was a pretty penny. So we're leaving these chairs, which is probably going to make my mom sad because those were originally my mom's chairs, but they're in bad condition. But we just don't have the space for it. So Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. You're probably going to be really upset because you're going to say I spent a lot of money on those, but that was in like 1990. So they're very old, Mom. Very old. I think all of that stuff is staying. It looks like everything here is staying. he's been doing? He's been cleaning up. Well, I'll be darned. This is all of our heat lamps and stuff. This is coming with us. I'm pretty sure this is coming with us. Now that we're going to 23 acres, maybe those will come with us. Those were my golf clubs from a long time ago. This right here is definitely coming with us. That's how we disbud our goats. They go in that little stand. Their head comes out in the front there, and we disbud them that way. Seems like everything over here is probably coming. I don't know. What are you doing? You drinking the water from that? Aren't you just a silly girl? You're silly.
Hey,
oh. You.
Can you make me a peanut butter and jelly?
Did you guys hear that? Somebody is going to watch this and say, what? She likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches again? Yes, folks, after 4 years of, almost 5 years actually, of being on the absolutely do not eat food list items, she has now been asking for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the last few days. So it's kind of funny. But yes, I will. Just give me a minute, okay? Thanks. Sure. This right here, we call this the Ark because this Ark right here is going to be bringing all of our animals to the new home. And this is actually pretty cool. I don't know if I've shown this to you guys before, but so we got this for a great price. If I can get it open. We got this for a really good deal, and we have kind of, you know, fixed it up a little bit. So I don't know, this is a 4-horse trailer, and typically it just comes with this right here. We've added some cattle panel to this, and we've also added some carpet. So when we bring all of our animals, the animals cannot go underneath it, and if they hit it, they're not going to get hurt or anything like that. It'll be nice and soft. They can lean up against it and whatever. So we've got it all figured out of which animals are going where and how we are doing this. And basically what we have decided on is Daisy and Abby are going to go, I can't really see. Daisy and Abby are going to go in this section right here. They're only going to be in here for 6 hours. It is a long drive, but we've got to do something, and we can't do multiple trips. So let me just bungee this back up. So right now we just have this bungeed up, which actually works amazing. As you can see in this section here, we have one of our hanging chicken coops is up here. So the chickens are going to go up on this section. We are probably going to put something in this to where the poop can't go down, because our dogs are going to be on the bottom section here. So Sergeant and Lady are going to be underneath this coop right here, and can't open this one. So I have to go to, I think the other, how is he going to do that? Good question. How did he figure that out? Well, anyways, in this area right here, it's going to be all of the girl goats. And then on the section back there, it's going to be, oh no, in this section right here, it's going to be Zeke, the boy goats, and I think the pig, Tiny Tim. And then in that one over there, it's going to be all the girl goats, or vice versa. We'll figure that out. But we have another little chicken coop. Let me just close this. It needs to be, you know, cleaned up and painted and stuff like that, but it's a really good trailer. So in this section up here, and of course it has windows for ventilation all the way on both sides. So this section over here, we have another coop that's hanging. So any extra chickens that we have, which we're probably going to have to separate them for sure so they don't, you know, beat each other up and stuff like that. But more chickens are going to go up here. We have 3 cages. We have one large dog crate, which will not fit in here. That's going to have to go in the back of one of the trucks. So a large dog crate, we have a medium-sized dog crate, and then a cat crate. The cat crate is probably going to have one of the ducks in it, or like maybe 2 chickens. I'm not quite sure yet. But the smaller crate is going to go in here, and that is going to have, I think, the ducks. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what he has decided. Whoops. Come on. And of course, on this side over here, we have the escape. You know, this is the escape door. Girl goats are going to go in here. Boy goats are going to go over there. And Zeke is going to go with the boys. They're small, so they can all fit in there. And again, it is not for them to live, obviously. It's just for, you know, getting them from here to the new home. And that's it. So this is our ark. Yeah, we got most stuff figured out, I think. By George, I think we're getting there. We're getting things figured out. And we're just waiting. Hopefully, we find out some good news here soon, so I can share it with all of y'all. And Peppa. We've had so much rain, so Peppa's been digging in the mud. I'll show you that in a second. But the boys are over here. Where's Zorro? Oh, hi. I didn't even see you there. Hi, handsome. Hi. And then we've got Peter and Tiny Tim and Zeke. Zeke! Zeke! Where are you? Oh, I see him, look. Zeke! What are you doing, buddy? Look. Kind of hard to see, but he's in there. There he is. Now you can see him. He loves being in that shed back there. So, anyways, he's small. These guys are small. They can all fit together. We are putting Tiny Tim in a cage. I know that because that guy, he's very fast and he's not like the goats and stuff. He's a pig, so you got to work pigs a little bit differently. But that's it. I know that he's going in one of the cages. Peppa, I said I'd show you her mess over here. Peppa has definitely been digging and having a good time over here in her pen with all this water. Huh? Look at you, you messy girl. You are such a mess. Oh, you're still such a cute little mess. When she gets out, she likes to get into the dog's food, but other than that, she is a very good girl. Nobody's in here at the moment. We are keeping, you know, we're not leaving any of our waterers or anything like that. Let me dump this so we don't get any mosquitoes. We had the cows out here, hence the poo, and they've been excellent lawnmowers. So we've been putting their water over here. But all of this stuff is staying. We are not taking any of this except for the waterers. The A-frame is staying just because it's huge and there's no way we can take it with us, because otherwise we would love to take it just to have a place to put the chickens when we get there, but we can't. But yeah, so this is staying. All of these other little coops obviously are staying. The only coops that we're taking with us are the 2 that we had hanging on that on the fence over there. But everything else is staying. All this wood, this chicken coop over here. Now we are leaving a bunch of chickens, and we are leaving the new owners asked us if we were taking all of our animals with us, and we said, well, we were planning to, unless of course you would like some of them. And they said that they would love some chickens and ducks, and we said that we would be absolutely happy to leave them some chickens and ducks because we have way too many. So we're actually leaving all of the ones, which is, you know, all of these, which the majority of them are roosters, but that's okay. They can cull them and have them for dinner or whatever they'd like to do with them. But all of these chickens, actually, they are the ones that ended up getting frostbite on their feet during the winter because we had an unexpected snow day, and we brought them in as soon as we possibly could, which was the very next morning. We brought them in, but it had already affected their feet, and they were like a few weeks old at that point, so we thought that they were going to be okay, but they definitely were not okay. And every single one of, like, the white ones, not the black ones, all the black ones are from this guy here. So this black one and all of the black ones, this black one over here, those are all from the same clutch, and they are fine. But like any of the white ones, they all come from another clutch, and they all have frostbite on their feet, but they do fine. They do absolutely fine. Look at this guy. Isn't he so pretty? You're so pretty. Yeah. Hi. But they should actually start laying soon, any of the girls. The only female that I want to bring with us is this one right here, as far as like one of the newer groups. I just love her coloring. She's got like the orange in the front with the buff and then the white, and then she even has black on her tail. So she's just kind of cool looking, and I like her. And I want to keep her as far as the like game hens. But my husband said that she's a mixed breed, but I don't care. Maybe that's why I like her. So yeah, all of these chickens are pretty much game chickens and roosters. And we have so many of them. We had two unexpected breedings that they're chickens. It's hard to catch them all, to be honest with you. If you guys have chickens, you know how quick they multiply, especially when you have a rooster. You just end up with so many of them. So anyways, we are not taking them, which is great. I'm so very excited that we do not need to bring these with us. Look at this one. This one is so dark that sometimes it looks like a crow in the barn. And we've had crows coming around here a lot lately, or ravens. A video from a couple weeks ago where a raven came into the barn and was stealing eggs, and that darn bird keeps on coming back for more eggs. And it's so funny because was it yesterday or the day before, my husband had left some eggs out again on the hay that's in there, and I caught them. And by the time I saw him, I told my husband to come out. I'm like, go look, he's out there right now. And he went out there to go check on the eggs. So there was about 8 eggs that he had left on the hay, and there was only 2 left by the time he came out to check on them. So it was funny. He's like, they took all the eggs. And I'm like, well, what do you think is going to happen if you keep on leaving them out there for them? They're smart. They are so stinking smart. But it's funny. We have so many eggs that we don't even know what to do with them all. So to me, I'm like, just let them have it. Give it to them. And we are still waiting on this duck. So 3 weeks ago, because I've been kind of tracking how long she's been on this nest. Ever since we found this nest, I have a video from 3 weeks ago saying that we found it, but we don't know how long she's been sitting on it. So, you see her? She is still sitting on this nest. No ducklings yet. Muscovy ducks will actually sit on a nest for about 30, I think it's 35 days. And your other ducks will sit on a nest for 28 days. So there's a big difference between Muscovy ducks and just your other breed of ducks, which I don't know why. I don't understand why Muscovies have a longer sitting time than, let's say, an Indian runner duck or something like that. I don't really get that, but that's the rule of thumb. So yeah, so we probably have at least another week or so with her sitting on that nest. And we just kind of figured that if she was still sitting on that nest when it was time for us to go, then we would just bless the new owners with their first set of ducklings, which they would probably really enjoy, to be honest with you. Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for today. And I'm going to let you guys look at my massive mess over here. It's crazy. But I don't even want to show you the inside of my house because that's 10 times worse than what's out here. Well, kind of. There's no bugs in the house. There's bugs in here. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the little notification bell so you guys can, you know, stay tuned with our journey and see what's going on with us and watch us as we grow. And until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.